Hi guys, I'm George. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to try to explain my lesson on keys much faster. So my first advice as always is download this handy dandy Circle of Fifth apps on your Android or your iPhone. And you can see here I'm in the key of C. Key of C, that is the major chord. That is the A minor is the relative minor. You'll notice that in every key, there are 3 major chords, 3 minor chords, and a diminished chord. And when I unlock it and I change it to the key of G has a relative minor of E minor. How does this translate on paper? So, I've drawn out the key of C and the key of G major in 2 octaves. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C, and then C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. And essentially, when you just play from C to C, that is your C major scale. And when you grab the same notes and play A to A, that is your A minor scale. When you're in G major, the big difference here is the F sharp. When you play G to G, that is your G major scale. When you play E to E, that is your relative minor. And it's the same pattern in every key. Okay, so you'll note the time's at about 1:45 here in the video. Okay, and real quick, when you put your index finger on your 12th fret and your pinky on your 15th, that is your scale. And how I play the major scale is I break it up, and right about there when I do the 14 to 12, I then slide down a position to do the rest of the scale on 3 strings. My E minor, to keep it in one position, there is a pinky slide here. I start my pinky on the 12th, I slide my pinky down the 10, and then I can do pretty much 10 to 7 all the way down. Real quick, my first 2 strings are the same. My middle string has only 2 notes, and then the next 2 strings, 4 and 5, are the same. Let me demonstrate. So guys, real quick, the G major scale, I put my index finger on the 12th fret, and then each finger is going to have a corresponding, so the pinky is going to be on the next dot, which is 15. And I can basically, and that's 1 octave, and then I do that position slide on 3rd string. And when I do the position slide, you notice my index finger is here on the 12th fret. When I do the position slide, my pinky finger is going to be on the 12th fret. And then when I do the minor scale, pinky on the 12th fret, because this is relative minor is E minor, slide down to 10. Now, for the first 2 strings, I ignore the ring finger. Then for the next 3 strings, I'm going to ignore the fuck you finger, but 3rd string's 2 notes. So, starting from the top here, on the 7th fret, 5th string, ignore the FU finger for 3 strings. Then ignore the ring finger for the bottom 2 strings. And then slide that. Now, the shape I just played for G major, I can play for, index on the 5th fret, pinky on the 8th. I can play for the C. So instead of starting with my pinky, I started with the A note on the string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A minor starting up here on the oh. Now, back to my E minor scale. 7th fret, 5th note. This is how you get things like Ozzy. Remember, we're ignoring the fuck you finger there, and we're doing things like and you can do really quick runs, right? E minor. Okay, so I played in the G major scale and I played in the E minor there because it's all the same notes as I demonstrated earlier. You're just playing a different start point and there is no wrong. I mean, you can go up as many octaves so only a dog could hear it, or you can go down so many octaves that, you know, the bass sounds really cool in a black SUV on Saturday night. But E minor. So I can substitute the major and minor patterns as long as I'm in the same key. Remember, key of G and the key of E minor, same keys. I can do the same with the key of C and A minor. I can do the same with the key of A and D minor. Every scale, every major key has a relative minor. The patterns move around, so it's not that difficult. And when you understand the patterns, you understand how bands came up with some of the riffs. Like there's that classic Iron Maiden riff, and I'm going to change the key because I was in G, right? Okay, I muffed it up a lot, but you get the point. So that's basic theory in a nutshell. I hope you got something out of that. I'm George. Like and subscribe to the channel if you're getting, I almost lost that. If you're getting anything out of these videos at all, I appreciate the feedback. Rock on, guys. Keep playing.